Drake Maye is a more mobile version of Brady? You get an all-timer about every 4 or 5 years? I think we found one.
Drake Maye isn't Tom Brady, but the unsettling truth is that statistically, he is off to a stronger early start than the legendary quarterback ever was. In just his second NFL season, Maye ranks first in passer rating, first in completion percentage, top 5 in passing yards per game, top 3 in touchdown passes, and still manages to sit among the top 5 quarterbacks in rushing yards. Drake Maye is essentially a more mobile iteration of Brady, combining elite accuracy with modern versatility, creating a quarterback archetype that appears only once every few years. He transforms dead plays into explosive ones, converts chaos into opportunity, and delivers throws on the move that defy conventional expectations. Analysts continue to highlight how diabolically precise he has been, noting that the conversation around his accuracy has not come close to matching the level of dominance he is displaying.
Just how diabolically accurate this player has been, because I don't feel like we've given him actually enough justice in terms of just how effective he's been putting the football wherever he wants.
From leading the league in completion percentage to emerging as a legitimate MVP candidate at just 23 years old, Maye is guiding the Patriots toward territory they have not reached since the Brady era. This chapter marks the beginning of the story of Drake Maye, a quarterback redefining what early career excellence looks like on the NFL stage. Growing up, Maye was the youngest brother in one of the most competitive athletic families in North Carolina. His father, Mark, played quarterback at UNC during the 1980s, and his brothers followed suit with their own remarkable athletic careers. Luke starred for the North Carolina Tar Heels from 2015 to 2019 and played a key role in the 2017 national championship, famously hitting the game winner against Kentucky with just 0.3 seconds remaining. Cole became a national champion in baseball at Florida, and Bo played basketball at UNC Charlotte as well. Former UNC offensive coordinator Phil Longo once said, "This family is the Mannings of North Carolina." Every day in that household was essentially an Olympic-level competition without cameras or crowds.
Learning behind Sam Howell.
Yeah, I think it was a blessing. I think the main thing about Sam was just, how he approached it. Every day, his preparation, whether it's in this quarterback room or just, day in, day out. He treated it like, it was a 9-to-5 job. Everything he thought, he kind of did his life around football, and especially in season. We'd stay in till 8 to 9 o'clock, and sometimes even 10 o'clock, just watching film over and over, same clips. I tell him, Sam, we already watched that and stuff like that.
Yet instead of folding under the constant expectations, Drake absorbed the intensity and used it to shape the competitive edge he carries today. As a freshman at Huff High School, Drake Maye sat behind a junior quarterback simply because the coaching staff was committed to playing the upperclassmen. Yet across the state, coaches already understood something the depth chart didn't reflect. During playoff preparation that year, Myers Park head coach Scott Chadwick began calling opposing coaches for scouting reports, and what he heard repeatedly caught him off guard. Coaches told him, "Do not injure the starter. You do not want the freshman coming in. The freshman is the better quarterback." The warnings were consistent and emphasized that the young backup was far more dangerous than anyone realized, signaling a rare talent that was already demanding attention well before earning a starting role. While Drake patiently waited behind the older quarterback, he began training at Chadwick's quarterback development program, which he co-ran with Vikings quarterbacks coach Josh McCown.
We had like a 20-minute interview with Robert Kraft in July, and he kept saying, "I have my guy. I have my guy." And he was talking about Drake.
Chadwick was so impressed with Maye's mechanics, football IQ, and natural arm talent that he convinced the family to relocate so Drake could play at Myers Park. That move transformed everything. In his sophomore season, Maye threw for 3,201 yards and 36 touchdowns, guiding the team to the state semifinals with a level of poise rarely seen in such a young player. His junior year elevated the program even higher. Myers Park averaged 50 points per game, became the top-ranked team in the state, and earned national recognition, while Maye shattered a state record by completing 72% of his passes for 50 touchdowns and only 2 interceptions across the season. The playoff system eventually sent the team on the road for a quarterfinal matchup against the number 2 team in the state, where they fell short in a narrow 35-32 battle. Even after that loss, Maye's trajectory continued upward, and his senior season was positioned to become one of the most memorable in North Carolina high school history. He was already a four-star recruit with major offers from Alabama, Clemson, Ohio State, and others, and Myers Park had been selected for 2 nationally televised games, one at Bank of America Stadium on NFL Network against Trinity Christian, led by quarterback Shedeur Sanders and coached by his father, Deion Sanders. But before those highly anticipated matchups could unfold, the COVID shutdown struck, wiping out what was expected to be a historic final season. When the time came to choose a college, Maye initially committed to Alabama but ultimately chose to continue his family's legacy by enrolling at UNC. However, the Tar Heels already had a proven starter in Sam Howell, a quarterback projected to be an early NFL draft pick. Rather than seeking immediate playing time, Maye redshirted in 2021, using the year to absorb the system, learn the intricacies of the position at the collegiate level, and study behind one of the most accomplished quarterbacks in UNC history. It became a crucial developmental period that sharpened his preparation, patience, and understanding of high-level football.
Drake Maye described learning behind Sam Howell as a genuine blessing, emphasizing that Howell's greatest strength was his day-to-day discipline. Howell approached every practice, meeting, and film session with the structure of a full-time professional, treating the job with a seriousness that set a standard for everyone in the quarterback room. His preparation extended late into the evenings, often staying in the facility until 8, 9, sometimes even 10 o'clock, reviewing film repeatedly and dissecting the same clips to understand every detail. That commitment became a blueprint for how to prepare at the highest level, shaping Maye's habits long before he took over the offense. By the 2022 season, the North Carolina program belonged fully to Drake Maye, and he announced that era immediately. In the season opener against Florida A&M, he threw 5 touchdown passes, becoming the first UNC quarterback ever to achieve that feat in a debut performance. Over the course of the year, Maye led the nation in total offense with more than 5,900 combined passing and rushing yards, setting the school record for passing yards, tying the program's single-season touchdown mark, and guiding the team to the ACC championship game and the Holiday Bowl. His performance earned him ACC Player of the Year as a first-year starter, establishing him as one of the most dynamic quarterbacks in college football. Maye's 2023 campaign brought new defensive challenges, as opponents tailored game plans specifically to slow him down. Yet he continued to produce elite numbers. He delivered more than 3,600 passing yards, added 24 touchdowns through the air, 9 on the ground, and recorded multiple 400-yard games that demonstrated his command of the offense despite intense pressure. By the end of his college career, he ranked top 5 in both passing yards and passing touchdowns in UNC history, accomplishing those milestones in only 2 full seasons as a starter, an achievement that underscored the efficiency and consistency of his production. Entering the draft, Maye became one of the central figures in a historically crowded quarterback class featuring Caleb Williams, Jaden Daniels, Bo Nix, J.J. McCarthy, and Michael Penix Jr., all projected first-round selections. While Williams was a universally recognized lock at number 1, the debate began immediately after. Analysts were divided on Maye's draft slot. Some argued he possessed the highest ceiling of any prospect, while others questioned whether he was worth a top 2 pick. With heavy competition at the position, uncertainty influenced every mock draft as teams evaluated experience, system fit, and long-term potential. When Washington selected Jaden Daniels 2nd overall after 55 college starts and a Heisman-winning season, the New England Patriots found themselves positioned at number 3. Despite trade offers, including an aggressive attempt by the New York Giants to move up, the Patriots held their ground. Team owner Robert Kraft had reportedly identified Drake Maye months earlier as the organization's preferred quarterback, telling staff in July, "I have my guy," signaling absolute confidence in the direction of the franchise. After Tom Brady left New England in 2020, the franchise struggled to replace the foundation of a 20-year dynasty. Attempts with Cam Newton, Bailey Zapp, and Mac Jones failed to restore the offensive identity, and from 2022 through 2024, the Patriots ranked in the bottom 5 in yards gained every season. With the organization seeking a new centerpiece to rebuild around, Drake Maye was drafted to become the quarterback capable of reviving the franchise and leading it into a new competitive era. The Patriots entered the 2024 season with a plan built on patience. Drake Maye was expected to sit, learn, and develop behind veteran Jacoby Brissett, while the coaching staff eased him into the NFL environment.
But after a difficult 1-4 start marked by stalled drives, inconsistent rhythm, and an offense that lacked explosiveness, New England made a decisive pivot. The franchise handed full control of the offense to Drake Maye, and everything changed the moment he stepped on the field. His first test was a challenging road matchup against Houston, a defense known for disguising pressure and forcing young quarterbacks into mistakes. Instead of appearing shaken, Maye delivered one of the most impressive debuts in modern NFL history. He threw 3 touchdown passes, surpassing Brissett's total across 5 previous games, while adding 243 yards through the air and 38 yards on the ground, leading the team in rushing as well. With that performance, he became the first quarterback since at least 1950 to throw 3 touchdowns and finish as the team's leading rusher in his first career start, a statistical combination that immediately signaled elite-level potential. Week after week, Maye continued to stack plays that justified the decision to elevate him. He fired off-platform throws with pinpoint placement, maneuvered through collapsing pockets while maintaining downfield vision, and consistently recognized blitz packages designed specifically to confuse inexperienced quarterbacks. His ability to remain composed under pressure quickly became a defining trait. But in Week 8, Maye suffered a concussion that paused his momentum and raised concern throughout New England. Yet when he returned, he displayed the same poise, confidence, and command that had captured the league's attention early in the year. Even though the Patriots finished the season with a 4-13 record, the film told a more accurate story. Maye produced 2,276 passing yards, 15 touchdowns, and 10 interceptions, solid numbers for a rookie operating behind a developing roster and adapting to a new system. The most striking statistic, however, was that his first 10 touchdown passes went to 10 different receivers, a rare indicator of field vision, progression reading, and trust across the depth chart. By the end of the season, Maye had gone from developmental backup to offensive catalyst and ultimately to a Pro Bowl selection, replacing Josh Allen as a rookie on a 4-win team. That type of recognition does not reflect wins and losses. It reflects league-wide respect. Evaluators, coaches, and players saw a quarterback with franchise-caliber traits emerging in real time. The statistics were strong, the highlights were spectacular, but the true impact was intangible. Drake Maye restored something the Patriots had been missing since Tom Brady exited the organization: belief. A sense that stability was returning, a sense that a new era was forming. And that belief accelerated when the offseason arrived and a new head coach stepped into the building. Mike Vrabel, a former Patriots standout with a direct leadership style and a clear vision for shaping the next generation of New England football. He lost 2 fumbles, and the conditions made every offensive snap feel like an uphill battle. Yet New England never unraveled, because while the offense fought through the snow, wind, and chaos, the defense delivered one of its most dominant postseason performances in years. 4 interceptions, 5 total takeaways, and a momentum-shifting pick-6 that electrified the stadium and completely altered the tone of the game. As the pressure mounted, Drake Maye gradually settled into rhythm, adjusting to the weather, the pass rush, and the defensive disguises that Houston brought on nearly every drive. He closed the night with 3 touchdown passes and just 1 interception, an end-of-half Hail Mary that had no strategic consequence. By the final whistle, as New England advanced to the AFC Championship game for the first time since the Brady era, the headline wasn't the stat sheet, it was the resilience. Drake Maye demonstrated the trait that defines long-term franchise quarterbacks: the ability to withstand adversity, recalibrate, and deliver winning football when the game becomes hostile and unforgiving. January football rarely rewards perfection. It rewards durability, composure, and mental toughness. Maye showed all 3. Now the stage amplifies. A trip to Denver awaits, with a Super Bowl appearance hanging in the balance. And following the news of Broncos quarterback Bo Nix suffering a season-ending injury, the Patriots arrive as heavy favorites, creating the possibility that Drake Maye could reach the championship stage earlier than anyone anticipated. This development has sparked one major question across the league: how good is Drake Maye truly? Since his first NFL start in 2024, no quarterback has accumulated more rushing yards on scrambles in regular season games. But the mobility isn't what separates him. The NFL is filled with quarterbacks who can escape pressure, extend plays, and improvise off structure. Movement is no longer a luxury, it's standard. What makes Drake Maye uniquely dangerous is something far more difficult to defend: uncommon accuracy in every situation. Quarterbacks coach Ashton Grant described it perfectly. Each pass catcher has specific non-verbal tells, and Maye identifies them instantly. He adjusts ball placement to fit the size, stride, timing, and leverage of every receiver, whether it's a towering tight end or a twitch explosive route runner like Pop Douglas. That awareness is why he led the NFL in completion percentage, hitting 72% of his throws, despite operating an offense where 6 different players have led the team in receiving in at least one game. Maye consistently diagnoses coverage after the snap with advanced processing and calm vision. According to team analytics staff, he became the first quarterback since Patrick Mahomes in 2018 to generate more than plus 200 EPA on passing plays, finishing with an exceptional plus 203. 1. He led the league with 112 downfield completions and 99 completions under pressure, production usually reserved for the most polished veterans. His 72% completion rate also registered as 9.1% above expected, the highest mark recorded by any quarterback in the entire next-gen stats era. And the most staggering detail? This may not even be the peak. If Drake Maye is already an MVP finalist in his second year at only 23 years old, the trajectory suggests a ceiling that has yet to be touched. If he continues at this rate, the rest of the league may soon be facing a long-term problem, because quarterbacks with this blend of precision, athletic control, and mental resilience rarely plateau. They redefine eras.